Solving rational equations, another problem. One of the things I've enjoyed most in my years of making math videos is having the opportunity to field questions from viewers worldwide. And just a couple of days ago I received this message from one of my viewers, SickWitted42. It was a little bit of a challenge to decipher, since by necessity being a personal message on YouTube it had to be written on one line. But this was my translation of the equation he submitted. And it's 8 over a squared minus 16 plus 1 over 4 minus a equals a over a plus 4. This is a very good rational equation problem, similar to one that I posted a couple weeks ago in another video, but with one wrinkle to it that I had to think about, and it puzzled me for a little while. What we aim to do with a problem like this, or any rational equation problem, is to rationalize the denominator, get the unknowns out of the denominator. And this is what we're going to try to get rid of first, the a squared minus 16 in the denominator, the first term on the left. So we're going to multiply the equation by quantity a squared minus 16. I mentioned the word quantity because that word quantity means that we multiply everything by a squared minus 16 in parentheses to completely distribute the two terms in that binomial to all terms in the equation. And I like to draw these little arcs to graphically demonstrate that we are going to distribute this quantity a squared minus 16 to all terms in our original equation. And here it is all distributed out to all the terms in the original equation. The first thing we can do is divide out or cancel the quantity a squared minus 16 in the numerator with the a squared minus 16 in the denominator. Furthermore, we can factor out the remaining two quantity a squared minus 16s by using the difference of squares method of factoring. And here it is factored using difference of squares. The quantity a squared minus 16 factors out to become quantity a plus 4 times quantity a minus 4. On the right side of the equation, the quantity a plus 4 in the numerator cancels the a plus 4 in the denominator. But on the left side, none of these two binomials on top in the numerator cancel the 4 minus a in the denominator. However, in that denominator, we can factor out a negative 1, so it becomes in the denominator negative 1 times quantity a minus 4. The quantity a minus 4 in the numerator cancels the quantity a minus 4 in the denominator. And on the right side, we distribute the a to the a and the negative 4 inside the parentheses. So all this simplifies to 8 minus a minus 4 equals a squared minus 4a. Then going to the upper right of the board to get needed room, we have 4 minus a equals a squared minus 4a. Next we add a to both sides of the equation. The negative a plus a cancel each other on the left side. And we bring down what's left. 4 equals a squared minus 3a. Next we solve for 0 on the left side by subtracting 4 from both sides of the equation. 4 minus 4 cancel on the left side. So now we have 0 equals a squared minus 3a minus 4. And the trinomial a squared minus 3a minus 4 factors out to quantity a minus 4 times quantity a plus 1. And to solve, we break this equation into two separate pieces. We have a minus 4 equals 0, and we also have a plus 1 equals 0. So for the left equation, solving for a, we have a equals 4, and for the other equation, solving for a, we have a equals negative 1. Now we have to check our answers. What happens if we substitute 4 back into the original equation? Well, the right side of the equation will be okay, since with a equals 4, the denominator equals 8. Check. However, on the left side, a equals 4 in the denominator makes both terms on the left undefined, so that won't work. So we cross off a equals 4 as a solution. Next we try out our other solution, a equals negative 1. And we see that it poses no difficulties for us in making any of these terms undefined. But as one last check, I will use the calculator. Substituting negative 1 for a, we have 8 over negative 15 plus 1 over 5. And that equals negative 0.333333 so on, which is negative 1/3, which is exactly what negative 1 over negative 1 plus 4 would be on the right side of the equation, negative 1/3. So that checks as well. And we circle or box in a equals negative 1 as our correct answer. This has been Solving Rational Equations, another problem. Thanks for viewing.